Hello, historians. This is your first homework assignment. Before you get going, I really want to tell you what to do to make sure you've used your time efficiently. You have been given an assignment sheet. I'm going to pull it up for you right here so that you can look at it and know what I'm talking about. So here it is. As I scroll to the top of the page, I want to point out to you that all of our assignment sheets will follow this exact same format. They will start with a preview of what the topic is. I'll lay them out then to give you some of the goals, what we're going to be working on, improving and learning about as you go through the unit. And then comes the actual day-to-day assignment. There are 3 columns for each assignment. The first column on the left shows you the date that it is due. The second column tells you what you're actually doing for that assignment, whether it is to review this screencast, do some reading in the text. It also gives you some guide questions. And the final column gives you 2 pieces of information. It tells you terms that you need to really focus in on, and it'll also give you a hint of what the activities will be in that day's class. So you see how this works? They all give you guide questions and terms and a class preview. Going back to this, I want you to use that assignment sheet before you really get going, not just to tell you what to do, what your homework assignment is. First of all, look at the guide questions I give you before you start reading, because they really are designed to point you in a certain direction. The other thing is, I want you to make your note cards ahead of time. If you do them ahead of time, you won't be playing catch-up for the rest of the year. The second task is when you're actually doing your reading. Pay attention to the reading cues that your textbook gives you. There are many. There is a chapter preview at the beginning of every chapter. It sort of tells you this is where we're going from here. There are chapter and section headings that give you hints to what the topic will be. Certain words are written in bold. Pay attention to those words. Look at the pictures and look at the captions. Do not see the pictures as, great, yippee, that's a place I don't have to read. Their pictures are another kind of information. Pay attention to them. Use the checkpoint and thinking critically questions as a way to quiz yourself. Do I understand what I'm reading? Use those questions. As you read, fill out your note cards, those handy-dandy note cards that you made before you even began reading. Include the page number on your note cards. At exams, it is possible that you won't remember one of those terms. If you have the page number on it, you'll know where to go to find out more about that term. And finally, I want you to actively engage with the material. I do not want you to have to copy down word for word every single line of the textbook. That's a waste of your time. Instead, I want you to pay attention and read carefully and pull out points as you read along. Use an asterisk if you see something that you think is particularly important. Use an exclamation point if you see something that's surprising to you. Use a question mark if there's a point that needs clarification, and use arrows if you can find a connection between that point and a point we've made in class or something else you know from another source. The next, after you've finished your reading, quiz yourself. Do you understand and remember what you've read? Can you tell yourself the story of the material you've just covered? By that I mean, can you tell how that event got going? Can you describe the event? And can you point me in the next direction? Can you imagine you were telling your friend what you just read. Can you tell the in, the through, and the beyond? All stories have a beginning, a middle, and end, and you should be able to tell that to someone, to one of your friends. Next way to check to make sure you have comprehended what you've read is to see if you can answer the questions that were on your answer sheet. If you can do all those things, then you are ready for class, ready to hit the ground running. I'll see you then, historians. Good luck.